Night study is a time where students in China sit at their desks, they review for tests, and they do their homework. Should America have forced night study? Just say, hey, every student needs to go to night study so they can do their homework and you can pursue academic excellence. Or will it not work? Let's investigate this. Night study is a necessary part of the school day in China. Even though Chinese students complain about night study, they do it because it is something they have to do. They listen to the teacher because the teachers will say, you need to do night study. And night study teaches them to respond to authority, it teaches a good work ethic, and it brings that family atmosphere to the classroom. Students are willing to make this sacrifice because of Gaokao, that college entrance exam that they'll take in grade 3. They'll spend 3 hours a night, sometimes 3 to 4 hours a night, studying together and pushing each other on to reach their goal of passing this college entrance exam. So the entrance exam is sort of the engine that runs the whole thing. Without that entrance exam, will the Chinese students be willing to make that sacrifice? We'll never know because the entrance exam isn't going away. And that's the basic angle on the Chinese night study system. Students do it because they have to, and they know they have to pass Gaokao, so they're willing to put their best effort forward and make that sacrifice of their teenage years and not go out after school so they can stay in school with a teacher and pursue their academic dreams. America doesn't have a required college entrance exam. I didn't take a college entrance exam. I went to a junior college and then transferred to university. So if you don't have to study for an eventual college entrance exam, and all you have to do is pass your tests, doing a forced night study would be very hard. A lot of students wouldn't do it. We have school sports, we have military recruits who are studying in the military program so they can join the military after high school, and we also have students who work part-time jobs. Americans value freedom. Forcing night study on students in America will cause protests from parents and the community. Imagine saying, hey, you have to do this, and there's no other way. That's not the American way. In our school system, homework programs are voluntary, and I believe they should be voluntary because I value freedom, and I would rather have a student that is choosing by themselves to do good than forcing every student to be some kind of mechanical robot that listens all the time. I'm not saying Chinese students are mechanical robots. They're not. I'm just saying that it's much more fulfilling as a teacher to work with students that say, hey, I really want to learn. And by making the programs voluntary, then you're going to get the students that really want to learn. So, America must pursue some form of night study. It doesn't have to be at night. Make it from like 3 to 6. That way, the students are coming home, they got their homework done, then they eat dinner, and they can spend time with their parents and doing that stuff. I think we should actively recruit and get as many students as possible. It'll make our system a lot better. And that's my angle because I really like what night study is in China, but it won't work exactly the same way in America, and we'll need to modify it, and it has to be voluntary, and teachers must be willing to sacrifice their time. If we teachers really care about the students, then we will be willing to sacrifice our time to help them. And that's what I think about night study.
Hi everybody. I am very happy to be invited to make a short presentation about evening duty in China. I've been working in Qinghuangdao in China for 16 years. The school where I work is a boarding school, so the students will have totally about 5 hours every day to have the evening duty from 5 o'clock p.m. to 10 o'clock p.m., during which they will have 1 hour break to go to the dinner. And the teachers also have the duty to help the students to solve the different problems on different subjects. and also the supervisor will be responsible for some students who got some illnesses or who have some problems and ask their parents to, pick them up. And this is what we have in China. And in 2015, I worked in USA for a year in Colorado Battle Mountain High School. The school where I ever worked is not boarding school. Of course, it is a public school also, but they don't have evening duty. But the students there will have more freedom, more free time to do something they like. Every coin has two sides. So in my opinion, evening duty sort of helps the students to solve their problems on different subjects, but they will sacrifice more time to reach their goal for the national examinations in the future. So it is worth, I think.
I'm Chen, New Century High School student. In my opinion, evening self-study is beneficial to senior high school students. There are many benefits of evening self-study. Evening self-study is the end of the day, can be self-study in the evening, when a serious summary of the day's knowledge comes out of a day of scattered knowledge. The completion of a day's homework is of a vital impact on the whole story.